Man, it's going to be a long ride home for a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans. This is KD Drummond of bloggingtheboys.com, and I'm here to give you the recap on the Cowboys' 27-24 overtime victory over the rival Pittsburgh Steelers. What can you say? What can you say? You know, it's funny that I actually said it's going to be a long ride home for the Steelers because it was a Carr that made a difference. The play of the game happened in overtime. Pittsburgh got the ball back, and Dallas's $50 million man, Brandon Carr, made his third interception of the season, and he raced down to the half-a-yard line to put Dallas in the position for another game-winning kick by Dan Bailey. It was an incredible play by Carr, who jumped the route on Mike Wallace. Wallace seemingly forgot that he could actually tackle Brandon Carr and allowed him to get all the way down into, inside the 5-yard line for Cowboys. And again, that allowed them to kick a game-winning field goal. Dan split him. Bailey hit it again, his 7th career game-winning kick, and it's just all aces for the Cowboys. 4 games against the AFC North this season. Dan Bailey has had a game-winning kick opportunity in all of them. He missed the one against the Ravens. He won it in overtime against Cleveland, won it last week against Cincinnati, and won it in overtime against Pittsburgh today. So you can't say enough about the second-year guy. Dallas has actually found himself a kicker, and he's going to be here for years to come. I love the guy. Aces. Speaking of aces, Tony Romo was dealing aces again on the day. He had over 300 yards on the game, 340-something to be exact, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That now brings his December total since the beginning of the 2009 season to 21 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, and an incredible pass rating that I can't even compute right now because I have to carry the one, and then my checking account is wired to my set. Anyway, so yeah, Tony Romo is doing his thing right now, and it's beautiful because the Cowboys are now 3-0 in the month of December. When was the last time you had that to say? I believe this is Dallas's first winning record in December since like 2001. It's an incredible streak that's finally to an end as Dallas has put themselves in the position to make the playoffs. Right now, they're tied for first place in the NFC East. The Redskins won today, so they're 8-6. The Cowboys won today, so we're 8-6. And the Giants got hammered today. They lost like 137-0. Eli looked horrible, so now they're 8-6. All 3 teams are tied. Right now, the Redskins have the tiebreaker advantage because they've actually played one less NFC East game. They actually play. Not that they played one less game, but they actually do have a better NFC East record than we do right now. So they have the tiebreaker. But regardless, in this game, you saw a lot of positive. Obviously, the big talk before the game was Dez Bryant's broken finger. He played, he started, he contributed. There were some passes that were intended for him that, he couldn't make because of the hand. There were others that he made one-handed with his right hand into the body. But he also caught a touchdown pass in the end zone that actually, brought Dallas back into the game after the Steelers had gone ahead. That actually put Dallas ahead 17-10 in the second half. Pittsburgh actually did rally back from that, and they took the lead. It looked like they were really wearing out the Cowboys' defense. As soon as Dez Bryant scored, Pittsburgh hit on a 60-yard bomb to Mike Wallace. You kind of got to wonder how in the heck Cowboys keep winning these games with Danny McCray at safety, and it's nothing personal against the guy. He's a football player, but he's just not NFL caliber. He's just not starting caliber, and teams are targeting him all over the place. He was trailing Heath Miller all over the game. They targeted him on that big Mike Wallace play in cover 2. There was another play when Ben Roethlisberger tried to pull a Romo and do a Houdini act. He escaped. It was actually a good line play, but he pump faked like 4 times, and then he found Heath Miller, who was able to race down the sidelines and tie the score right before the half at 10. So that was pretty ugly by the Cowboys. But on the good side, when it came down time to it, for the second game in a row, the defense did what they had to do. They got off the field. They got sacks at crucial time. One was a sack by Sean Lissamore. The second was a sack by Anthony Spencer that put the Steelers in 3rd and long. They punted. Dallas actually had a beautiful return by Dwayne Harris, who was a man all game. With the punt game, he returned to the 50 and gave Dallas a chance to win before the end of the game. They didn't. But also throughout the game, he was catching every single pass imaginable, and he was getting yards after the catch, which is huge. He was actually showing his punt return ability on receiving yards. So that was very huge for Dallas. They got contributions for everywhere. DeMarco Murray went over 100 yards on the game. He scored a touchdown that actually tied it after Victor Butler, He made a play in this game. Dallas was appearing to have the game slip away from them. They were down by 7 points and actually had to punt the ball in the fourth quarter when Antonio Brown was about to have his second straight big punt return and actually was in the midst of it when Victor Butler punched the ball out from him. John Phillips recovered, and a couple plays after that, Dallas was in the end zone trying to score. It was, again, another cardiac game, and you saw good things all over. I have no idea how Dallas is doing this on defense because they're so injured. They lost Ernie Sims to a concussion early in this game. Obviously, Ernie Sims wasn't even on the team to start the season. He's filling in for the injured linebackers, Sean Lee and Bruce Carter at inside linebackers, so he was out. Alex Albright stepped up today. He had a huge game. There was an early tackle that he made that stopped Chris Rainey from a first down. That was a big play in the game early on. He was all over the field making a lot of plays. A lot of contributions by the Cowboys, by many players, and that's really what it's all about. I know that I, ticked off a couple people a couple weeks ago when I said that it was all going to be on Romo, and make no mistake about it, Romo is number 1A, B, and C right now for the Cowboys, but the contributions are coming from everybody as this team has somehow miraculously won 5 out of 6 games to move to 8-6 in the NFL season. 2 games left to go. They go up against New Orleans next week in Dallas, and then the season finale is going to be at Washington on December 30th. The Washington Redskins, they're hot. It's going to be a great game. It's very exciting for the Cowboys to actually be in the chase at this point of the season. They were there last year, but it just obviously has a different feeling with us winning 3 in a row right now. And the fact that nobody believes that we could do it except for a handful of Cowboys fans. And trust me, I'm getting doubts by a lot of Cowboys fans on Twitter and on Facebook, at Blogging the Boys, by the way. Give me a follow, or at KDP10for10. And like us on Facebook, Blogging the Boys, and the commercial. So make sure you tune in. We're going to be here for the rest of the season, hopefully with good news to follow. Every time we do this, I'm feeling a little bit more upbeat. Check some of the past videos. It wasn't this nice a couple weeks ago, but right now we're flying high. Cowboys went 27-24. KD Drummond, make sure you subscribe. YouTube channel, SBN, Blogging the Boys, SBN, NFL, and SB Nation. Salute.